Hi guys. Today I am going to do a get ready with me video. I'm just going to be doing my makeup for the day, and I thought I would just make a little video of my daily makeup routine. So first I am just going to start by getting my hair out of my face. And I'm just gonna use this little claw clip. And any pieces that don't fit in the clip, I just sort of tuck behind my ears. I also just want to say that this is not a makeup tutorial in any way. This is just my daily routine for like a regular work day or something. So first I am just going to be using this Thayer's Witch Hazel with Rose Petal Facial Mist Toner. And I like this one because it just sprays. And I just kind of give a couple sprays on my face. You could also spray it on a cotton round and like rub it all over your face if that's what you prefer. So that's the toner, and basically I do that so that my skin is a little bit moist to next put on my moisturizer. This is the Neutrogena Oil-Free Moisture with Sunscreen. It has SPF 15. And I just do about 2 pumps. And I just make sure that I rub it all over, as well as on the neck and under the earlobes. So the next thing that I put on after my moisturizer, I actually mix 2 products together. First, I use this Maybelline BB cream. This is basically a tinted moisturizer. It actually says it's a skin hydrating beauty balm, 8-in-1 Skin Perfector, and it has sunscreen in it as well with SPF 30. And this one is in the shade 110, which is the light medium sheer tint. So this product I am going to mix with this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. This is a natural glow enhancer, and this is the shade 902, which is a light glow. This product is rather new. I think it's kind of like a dupe for the Drunk Elephant sun drops or glow drops or something like that, like bronzing drops. So the first I'm going to take the BB cream, and I just do about pea size on my finger. And then I'm gonna take the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion and do a little less than a pea size on my finger next to that. And I'm just gonna mix them together in my hands first, just on my fingertips. And I'll start on my forehead. And then bring it down to my cheeks. Round to my chin. Temples, right below the under eye, and a little down on the neck as well. That's going to give my skin just a little bit of a glow before I use my foundation. I don't usually use a primer because I feel like those products that I just used sort of act as a primer. So the foundation that I'm going to use today is by the brand Revolution, and this is called Skin Silk, and it's a luminous serum foundation. This is in the shade F7. And I've only been using this for about a month now. It has this very odd applicator. Not sure if this is how it's supposed to be, but I just sort of use it as a paintbrush. Starting again on my forehead and then to the cheeks. painting upwards, little on the chin, and right down the nose. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do your makeup. It's all your preference. Next, I'm going to use this Tarte foundation brush. And with this, I just kind of pat all around my forehead. And start to kind of brush it in after the patting. Just try to make sure it's all as even as possible. I think it looks pretty good. The next step that I usually do is going to be some under eye concealer. And I'm going to be using two products again. Kind of a theme here. But I have two concealers and one of them is a little too light and the other one's a little dark. So I find mixing them together sort of makes the perfect tone. So I'm just going to use the littlest bit of the very light color. This is an e.l.f. concealer. It's the 16-hour Camo Concealer Corrector. And let's see if it has the shade Light Peach. This is the Light Peach tone. And I'm just going to do one little spot under each eye, sort of right in the center. And this is the Hydrating Camo Concealer, also by e.l.f. And this one is in the tone Light Sand. So basically, next time I just need to buy a shade that's somewhere in the middle. So with this one, I'm just going to do a little more toward the center. And then outside, sort of just do some dotting. And I also do a little bit on the lid as well, to make sure that under my eyes and the top of my eyes are all even. And for this, I use this sort of flat concealer brush. And I just sort of again do some tapping. Just do this for a few seconds until I feel like it's all blended in pretty evenly. Okay. So the next step after that, I use this NYX Mineral Matte Finishing Powder. It's the kind with it's a loose powder, so it has the holes, and I don't really have any in the top part right now, so I'm just gonna close it back up for a moment and sort of flip it over and shake it just a little bit. So that now we have some product in the top part of the container. I'm gonna use this fluffy light brush from Tarte, and I just sort of pat it in. If it looks like there's too much, you can just kind of tap it a little bit. And again, starting at the forehead, I just kind of put this all over my face. This is supposed to prevent any creasing of the makeup. I do it all around my eyes as well. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is my eyebrows. My eyebrows are actually very thin and very light in color. About 4 or 5 years ago, I actually got them tattooed or microbladed. So they have faded a little bit, but I love that the shape of them is still there for me to sort of follow as a guide with my eyebrow pen that I used. My natural brows are also very straight, So that was part of why I got them tattooed, to get the arch and some shape to them. So I'm going to be using this other product from NYX that's called the Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. And this is in the shade Espresso. It looks like this. Just has like a fine tip. And basically what I do here is I start in the center and I do one at a time. And essentially I'm creating the hair strokes. And just sort of giving my brows some more depth since they are so light. Also, I covered them quite a bit with the concealer and foundation and the powder. Next, I have this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pen. It's more like a crayon actually, but I'm actually just going to use the little like spoolie on the end. And I just sort of like run it over my brows so that they're not quite as bold. I just want to soften them up a little bit. Have them looking a little more natural. Next, I'm going to be using a little bit of bronzer. This is a powder bronzer that I like by MAC, and it's in the shade Give Me Sun. I'm going to use another Tarte brush. I'm going to use this larger side. This one sadly broke a little bit right here, but it still works. I'm going to get a pretty generous amount. And I'm just going to put it right in the hollow of my cheek right here. See how it's creating that like shadow contour. Same on the other side. I'm going to use the other side to just blend it a little bit more. Just a little extra blending with that powder brush. use a little bit of blush. This is the Hollywood palette by Charlotte Tilbury. It is the Hollywood Blush and Glow Glide palette. So it has a pink blush color and then also a highlighter color as well. Just do a little bit of the pink and we're just going to put it on the apple of my cheek here. And bring it all the way up to the temple. Sort of in like small circles with the brush. And I bring it down a little bit to try to blend with the bronzer. Now I am going to do a little bit of eyeshadow with this ColourPop Mauve Up eyeshadow palette. Just gonna use a little bit of this lighter shade called Gimme Gimme. It's a little bit shimmery. And I'm just using this fluffy eyeshadow brush. And I'm just putting it all over my eyelid up to my eyebrow. Then I'm just going to use a little bit of a darker shade, this Make You Mine mauve kind of color in my crease for a little bit of depth. And I'm using another fluffy brush by Morphe. And I just start on the outside and just sort of window wiper back and forth in the crease. Do some little circles to really blend it out because I don't want it to be too bold. Next, I'm going to use this Quick Stick by Tarte. The one side is like a golden cream eyeshadow. I'm going to use the other side though, which is a brown. Actually, this side was called Rose Gold Luster. And this shade is just brown. This side is smaller, more of like an eyeliner crayon. And I'm just gonna kind of like messy go across my lash line a little. I'm not doing like a perfect bold black wing or anything like that. Just sort of filling my lash line in a little bit. Perfect. You can even rub your finger a little bit sometimes. sometimes, or sometimes use a Q-tip to blend. And then last, I am just going to put on some mascara with this L'Oreal Lash Paradise. And this is in the shade Blackest Black. And typically for work, I only put mascara on the top lashes because I find out during long days when I put it on the bottom as well, I get black residue under my eyes throughout the day. So I want to try my best to avoid that. And then lastly, I would just put on like a little bit of chapstick or like a clear gloss, which I don't have with me right now. But this is our final result, which I'm pretty happy with. And when getting ready for work, I would do my hair after my makeup. So I don't know how you guys usually do it, but again, there's no right or wrong way. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you again soon.